Hello children, welcome to Max class. How are you all? Okay. Yesterday we started with a new chapter, comparing quantities. Everyone like to draw and color, isn't it, my dear children? Yes. When we have something to be drawn from nature, we draw proportionally, isn't it? Do you remember artists draw very beautifully that it looks as if it is a real one? It's just because they are keen enough in making the diagram exactly proportional. See here, if we have to draw this horse, in reality its height may be 1500 millimeter. Will we draw the same 1500 millimeter height horse in a small paper, in our exam paper? No. We have considered the ratios between height and long. How much height it is, how much long it is. From this, we can say it is height. Okay. Then, this is long. Breadth is long. And we find the ratio between these and we draw it in a small paper with a ratio. See here, this is 1500 by 2000. If it is divided 150 millimeter by 200 millimeter, this is approximately 15 centimeter and 20 centimeter. This we can draw it in a small paper. That we have considered the ratio when we drawn it at the 1/10th of the normal size. 1/10th we have considered. Hope it is clear. Okay children, do you know the Indian flag measurement? We used to draw a small flag in paper and we have a flag that we hoist in our school. We have very big flags too that we use in auditoriums when we swing for our cricket players, isn't it? Very big flags are there too. What measurement do they follow? Yes, it's all about the ratio 2:3. The breadth should be, excuse me children, here the breadth should be in the ratio 2. This should be in the ratio 2:3. This is 2 parts. Breadth, length is 3 parts. See here, if we make a flag with 2 inches height, 20 inches height, its width should be 30 inches. So, what is the common factor that I have multiplied here now with 2:3 ratio? Yes, it is by 10. In previous slide, we multiplied by 1/10. It is minimizing that ratio. Now, I am making it bigger with that small measurement. Okay. In note, you will draw a flag with 2 centimeter breadth and 3 centimeter length. Okay. This is centimeter. And this is 20 inches, 30 inches. Something bigger flag. And we can have, if I have a flag of height 40, what should be, this is height, what should be its width? What should be its width? What is the basic ratio? It should be 2:3. Isn't it? How to find this? Here the answer is given 60. To find this unknown, these two are proportional. That we know that, isn't it? Using the proportionality condition, we will find the unknown. Isn't it? We also learnt about unitary method, but we will concentrate more on ratio because this chapter deals with ratio and not unitary method. Okay, we can write this proportionality like this. 2:3 is proportional or is as like as 40:20. x. This is what we have how to read. Isn't it? When the ratios are proportional, we will consider these two as means. And these two and x are called as extremes. What are they? Means and extremes. In a proportional statement, we will talk about means and extreme. When they are proportional, this is a very important condition that you should take down in your classwork note. Product of mean is equal to product of extreme. What is that statement? Product of mean is equal to product of extremes. This statement will help you in finding the unknowns in many situations. See here, like here we are trying to find out what is with no. This condition will help me. Now what are the means? 3 and 40. What are extremes? 2 and that is unknown. I have to find the value of x. So how it will be? 3 into 40 divided by 2. 1 2 is 2. 22s are 40. Now if I multiply these two, what will I get? X is equal to 60. So this is the important thing that you should have it in your mind today. Product of mean is equal to product of extreme. Is it clear, my dear children? To find the unknown in a proportional statement, if the statement is a proportional, if the two ratios are proportional, we will use this important statement. What is that? Product of mean is equal to product of extreme. This statement we got it just from the simple logic under unitary method. Hope you know what is unitary method, that you are studying right from 3rd standard. When division starts and now we are discussing with that. Isn't it? We will find it for one, then we will find it for many. That's called as unitary method. Okay children. Now let us have the recap of all the things that we learned yesterday. It's again in many different concepts. Okay. Examples, not concepts, many examples. The ratio of 4 is to 12 is equivalent to the ratio. If they are asking you to find the equivalent ratios, you have to simplify by cancellation. 1 4 is 4, 3 4s are 12. So the equivalent ratio is 1 is to 3. You have to write the equivalent ratio is 1 is to 3. Now in the next question, they have given us cost of 12 bananas. Whatever is given, first write it in statements. If it is a 1 mark question, no need to do it. Cost of 12 banana is rupees 24. What is the cost of 8 bananas? That what I have to find it now. Okay. How will you write this in ratio? 12 cos 24. And what will be the cost of 8 bananas? Will they be proportional? Surely they should be proportional. So we will write the statement. Before using this, you can simplify this ratio also. Okay, it will be easy for you. We will have this proportional symbol. Then 8 is to x. Okay children. What is the statement we learned today? Yes. Product of mean is equal to product of extreme. Isn't it? So what are the means now? You can have boxes to have an identification. These two numbers are called as means. So I will have 24 into 8 is equal to 12 into x. Let me continue on top. Okay. 24 into 8 is equal to 12 into x. I have to find x. So 24 into 8 divided by 12. This 12 comes to this side. We can transpose from either left hand to right hand side or right hand side to left hand side. Both means the same. 1 12 is 12, 2 12s are 24. So here we will have x. Here 8 2s are 16. So what will be the cost of 8 bananas now? It will be 16 rupees. Instead of going in this ratio method, you can have a simple logic also. 12 bananas, what that we have learned right from 3rd standard now. 12 bananas is 24 rupees. So what will be the cost of one banana? Exactly 2 rupees. One banana 2 rupees, therefore 12 bananas 24. How did I got this 12? I divided this 24 by 12 and I got the cost of one banana to be 2 rupees. Therefore, what is the cost of 8 banana now? 8 into 2, 16 rupees. I got the same answer here. Here, the method that I used here in rough is called as unitary method. This is method using ratios and proportional. You can simplify this and also follow the same rule, product of mean is equal to product of extremes. Is it clear, children? You can make use of anything, but when it comes for descriptive, I will insist you to make use of this ratios, because this ratios and proportion you will come across in all the chapters in every standard. So be confident in this chapter ratio. Okay, children, shall we move to the next question? Simplify the following ratios. Here there are 4 problems. I will do 2 and you will do 2. I will do A and D. You will do B and C as homework. Okay, this you have to post it in Google Classroom. Okay, first let me start with 1 by 4 is to 1 by 6 is to 1 by 8. How to simplify this? As usual, find the LCM of 4, 6 and 8. 4, 6 and 8. Actually, we should start with the prime number, but to make it fast, 1 4 is 4, 6, 2 4s are 8. Then I will go with 2, 1, 3 2s are 6, 1 2 is 2. So again 3, 1, 1, 1. So what is the LCM? LCM is equal to 4 2s are 8, 8 3s are 24. Isn't it? So what is the LCM? 24. Now what should be multiplied by 4 to get 24? 6. So I will multiply by 6 in the numerator also. So I will get 6 by 24 is to 1 by 6 into 4. Only then I will get this 24. So 1 4s are 4 by 24, which is to again 8 into 3. So here I have to multiply by 3. 1 3s are 3. So 3 by 24. Now all the denominators are same, isn't it? So we can compare the numerators, or I can say multiply by 24 in all the ratios. That is the logic behind it, but no need to mention it in your classwork note. You can directly write this is simplified to 6 is to 4 is to 3. Is it clear, children? What is the first step? You have to find the LCM, find the equivalent fraction for all the fractions that is there in the ratio, and then write it in the simplified form. Shall we move to the next question? Okay. Now we have the combination of whole number, decimal and fraction. So my objective is to have it in a simplest form. If I say like this, it will not be easier. Okay. So I will write it everything in fraction form first. How to write this 2.4 in fraction form? Yes, 24 by 10, because one number is after decimal is 2. 4 2s are 8. 8 plus 1, 9 by 4. Now it is similar to the one that we have discussed in previous slide, isn't it? You have to find the LCM of 10 and 4. Start with 2 table. 5 2s are 10, 2 2s are 4. We don't have any common table, so the LCM is equal to 2 into 5 into 2. So 2 5s are 10, 10 2s are 20. LCM is 20. So I can write 3 by 1 is to 24 by 10 is to 9 by 4 is going to be is like as, that is proportional. Instead of this we can have proportional symbol also, both are same, is equal to, now convert it. What should be multiplied by 1 to get LCM 20? Yes, 20. So I have to multiply the numerator also with 20. So we will get 60. 3 2s are 660 divided by 20 is 2. Earlier in fraction chapter you will be using plus minus. Here we are having ratio. That's the only difference. Here we are finding the equivalent fraction for all the fractions, and which is going to be the equivalent ratio for the given ratio. Okay. Now what should be multiplied by 10 to get 20? 2. So again in the numerator I should multiply by 2. 24 2s are 48. 48 by 20 is 2. What should be multiplied by 4?